have been that damn for sure you would believe living through a black man's mouth if we prove it to you. Why is we still destroyed? Because our people have not learned the truth. And our people are in captivity today on the bottom, and we are on the corner with nothing to become the majority of our people want to be like you. Whether we are your teachers that you so-called blacks, you so-called Latinos, you are Israelites. Is this a white man? That's King James. Is that a white man? No. You see that fro? Yeah. Woolly hair? Brown skin?
And see the enemy is
this now, brother, this ain't no deep information, brother. Our people just go off word of mouth. This ain't no deep information. Read.
King James Version. 47 of the best Hebrew and Greek scholars of the day were divided into 6 groups. 3 for the Old Testament, 2 for the New, and 1 for the Apocrypha.
King James was a king. He's not an author, he's an authorizer. People don't know the difference between an author and an authorizer. An authorizer is the person that gives you permission to do something.
Authority.
The authority, exactly. The author is the person that actually wrote it. He was not the author. He was the king during that time and authorized a proper version of the Bible to be written. Because this man created so many different versions to keep our people asleep. He's been pulling that trick for a long time, playing around the Bible. But once again, God put the spirit on him to do that. Well, now we have the King James Version, where color is in the Bible, which wasn't there before. They played around all with the scriptures, brother.
But I want to bring something to your attention.
Go ahead.
All right. They got the original scribes locked up in the Vatican.
True.
To keep us asleep.
Yeah, they got a lot of our records.
If they let that, understand, get out, people wake up.
They have a lot of our records, but guess what? What we have right here is suffice enough, though, brother. What you're saying is true. They have a lot of our records. And, brother, we've been here close to 400 years, right? Yeah. Close to it. Close to 400 years. We are just now, what, in the past, I say under 100 years, start coming to the understanding that we ain't niggas no more.
Right. Yeah.
They done did a lot. Them not having us read for generations was for a reason, brother. Right. They had to create generations of just straight ignorance.
Right.
Because once we start, because we are the, remember who we are, we the Israelites. When you look at the white man and look at us, we are definitely 2 different manner of people, physically and intellectually. So even with us understanding and reading at such a late stage, why do we always excel more than him when it comes to the academics? We already know we got them beat physically, athletically. Right. That's given. But why once we start studying, our brothers always excel? That's why they don't want us to have good schools.
Kind of basically in response to this foolishness that you be hearing folks say, like, you know, the white man or the Tamahu, you understand, the Tamahu wrote the Bible. Maybe the white man wrote your Bible, you understand, but the white man, you know, did not write, or the Tamahu did not write our Bible. Look at this brother right here. Look at this brother right here. You see, that's why they invaded Ethiopia, you know, because the gig is up. You know, this is what they was afraid of. The half of the story would be told. The lies would be revealed. And one of the biggest lies is that the so-called white man wrote the Bible. No, the white man maybe wrote your Bible, you know, because he robbed you, since slick Willie Lynchism, he robbed you of your true language. So you're a fool. You know, these so-called semi-conscious Afro or half-eccentrics, you understand, you know, who don't have more than 50 years worth of knowledge, you know, saying that the white man wrote all the Bibles. And they don't even know the half of the story that hasn't been told. You see, the white man maybe wrote their Bibles, you know. You see what it says right here? It says, Holy Bible, right? And this is what they go, Holy Bible. Now, we overstand, you know, those of us who overstand. To those who understand, well, you got to stand under. So don't get up, keep standing under. All right, when you're ready to overstand, then you can stand up when you know the truth. Let's give a little bit of an overview here. So this is Bible, right? This is Bible. That's what a lot of you don't know about this right here. You don't know about this logo right here. You don't know about these two worlds right here. You don't know about Nibiru right here. So let's just hold up. Let's just deal with some basics, right? Let's see this Ethiopian youth right here. You see this right here? This is what they were after. You understand? It's all about the Ark of the Covenant. You understand? This is what they're after. You understand? They're trying to keep you Negroes, you understand, from growing up. You understand? They want to keep you handicapped and crippled. You know, that's why they want to call you Negro. You understand? You a Negro. You need to grow. You understand? You need to. But you need to. Here's your Bible, right? Here's your Bible right here. You know. Then you got some of these black Samaritans, right, who call themselves black Hebrews or Hebrew Israelites, talking all sort of scatology against his imperial majesty, just like them Samaritans, you know what I'm saying? Just like those 10 tribes that ended up in the Babylonian captivity because they didn't want to bow and recognize the throne of great King David. Let's bring that over here, right here. You see? Because, you see, it's either you could get with this, right? You could get with this right here. You know, you could Bible, you understand, still believe all this whitewash shit. Look at this right here. Here you go. You know, this is what they believe in. You understand? This is what they believe in right here. All these white guys, right? Here's what they believe in, Bible, right? And then when you show them the truth, they say, oh, that's Egypt. They were idolaters, and they're not black. Egypt is not in Africa. You know, there's some folks who still think so. Now they know, you know, people know Egypt is on the continent of Africa, so now they want to say, oh, well, the Egyptians are not really. And see what they did? They took all of the ancient symbologies and kind of just whitewash it. All these are your symbols, but you don't know that because you're buying the bull. You understand? You have to get out of buying the bull and get to the truth, the half of the story that hasn't been told until these apocalyptic days of revelation. Like Bob said, revelation reveals the truth. I thought this was kind of interesting right here. Let us go a little way back. Oh, there's Osar. Now, I know a lot of folks talk all this. It's the Book of the Dead. The only reason why it was called the Book of the Dead because some Tamahu, some white grave robbers, you understand, went into somebody's last so-called tomb and resting place and robbed them. And the idiot didn't even know what the book was called. So what they said is, well, we found it in somebody's grave, and the person was dead, and we're stealing from the dead, and this is the book, so we'll call it the Book of the Dead. And y'all folks believe that. You understand? It's not even the Book of the Dead, Pert Imcheru, meaning the coming forth by day. But see, as long as you want to believe that this is the Book of the Dead, is as long as you stay dead. You understand? You stay dead in the Tamahu, in the Tamahu fantasy. Bring that up. And here's what you're doing. You're buying bull. If you want to buy the bull. You understand? Buy bull. Right? Buy bull. Talking about the pie in the sky after you die. Translation, and a translation process that went on, and then the white man or the European or King James or rather William Tyndale wrote the original one, which I heard was actually better than actually King James in some major ways, actually. But the King James was based on the William Tyndale Bible, who they killed. You understand? You know, they treated him just like a nigger. So he's a white man who's an exception to the rule. Unfortunately, there's not more white men like that. Yehovah's. Anyway, Tyndale, right? The Tyndale is actually connected also to the ancient copies. And then on this chart here, they put ancient versions, right? Ancient versions. Interestingly enough, they don't really know, well, who or what are these ancient versions. They didn't say Hebrew. They could have said Hebrew or whatever, but they're saying ancient. Then there's ancient copies. So we have ancient copies, then ancient versions. You look it up. There's a difference between a copy and a version. right? Then you have most ancient copies. So we have ancient copies, then we have most ancient copies. Like you could be high, but then there's the most high. So you have the ancient copies, right? Then there's the most ancient copies. Like you have God, then you have the God of gods. And I've said ye are gods, right? Okay, you know how that goes? Now, there's most ancient copies in the original manuscripts. We say this is the Ethiopic, this is the Goodness. They didn't really describe what these were. They said these are texts receptus, this is the critical text, so forth and so on. And the critical text over here means that since the European, right, was engaging himself in things that he was unfamiliar with, and many of them were engaged at the same time, they were critical of each other and who really knew the truth about what is what. You know what I'm saying? So they were critiquing each other. That's what it means about critical text. You understand? And these were critical texts for him, you know what I'm saying, to come to the modern, the later day Bibles, and now people going off the NIV and all these other things, which basically is just, if you really want to find the truth for yourself, you understand, you have to go deeper than that. That's why we're showing you this right here. Right? And so this is the Ethiopic. The Ethiopic and the Royal Amharic is based on these pre-Vulgate. You see, the Vulgate is the Roman Catholic Bible, the Latin Bible. Prior to that, the Latin Bible or the Jerome Bible. Right? So when you hear them talk about where they got their scripts and ancient texts from, they go back to this or that. They always, all of their Peckerwood, European, Tamahu, biblical roads always leads to the Vulgate alongside the Texas Receptus, which was the Masoretic Hebrew. Because what happened is that one thing we can say about the Romans, they translated a lot of this, you know, from the Texas Receptus, the Hebrew, the Babylonian Hebrew, square Hebrew, they translated into the Vulgate. And in fact, the Vulgate is actually much better than a lot of these later versions. I mean, but it's Latin. All right. So anyway, this kind of gives you just an overall, a kind of a overview, a kind of a rough idea of the Bible, right? The origin, right? The origin and growth of the English Bible. But now when we are speaking of the Ethiopic Bible and the Amharic Bible of His Majesty, we say of His Majesty because there's a lot of fakes and counterfeits running around. You understand? Yeah, there's some modern Amharic fakes, you understand, running around. And we went into some of those particulars right there. But our Bible was not written by King James or the King James versions, as we've been demonstrating in our, you know, vids and in the reasonings and in the posting, so forth and so on. We just thought that it was very important for us to reaffirm that maybe the white man wrote your Bible or the Bible you're reading, because you get a lot of fools out there, and then he'd be like, I'm into ancient Egypt. You understand? And most of them are still relying on European sources. You know, this are hypocrites, you know what I mean? Just total hypocrites. You know, if we were to get into some of the real ancient stuff, then we'll see who's who and who knows what and who should shut the up, all right? All right, so Shalom Rastafari to the brothers and sisters Wendem Yadom of the line of Judah Society. King James Version of the Bible. Yeah, we use the King James Version of the Bible. Of course, we have the Bible. Yeah, we use the King James Version of the Bible. Of course, we have the Bible. Yeah, we use the King James Version of the Bible. Of course, we have keys for themselves. So see these hypocrites, right? Here's what they believe in, the King James Version of the Bible. Yeah, we use the King James Version of the Bible. Of course, we have to go from low degrees to high degrees, but you're just stuck on stupid. You understand? You're stuck on stupid, denying Ethiopia, afraid and ashamed of Ethiopia, your expectation.